Hello everybody, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. I've now been playing for around 88 hours, and it still fascinates me that there's still so much to do, and I'm still having such a great time with it. I think we're going to get away from difference. The last time I was recording, it was a little while ago, but I just struggled to no end with a difference puzzle. So we've done hedge maze all through. Is this back to compasses? It is. And then it's just compasses, the spiral, and the red danger zone. I don't know. And we've done 10 of 28 perfected windows. Okay, compasses. There's a lot still here to do. Like tons, in fact. So there must be some simple stuff that we can work with. Maximum 7 compass. Now, it's been a while since I've done a compass puzzle. I remember that it's things like... So, if we take this square as an example, one square of the shape will be to the right of this line. 3 will be above it. 5 will be to the left. So, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be, what, a total of 7 here? But we're 1 short on the 5, which is interesting. How are we going to do that? Well, we know what we were roughly working towards. And it's just compass, max 7, 48. So it can be smaller than 7, but at most, things need to be 7. I need to refigure out then where I can kind of begin thoughts of these puzzles. Because obviously I did 18 of these previously, but it's like, what lessons did I learn previously? What bits of logic can I unthread and unpick from all of this? What I'm really struggling with is, if this is a max of 7, I guess it's going to be 1 there. That makes 2. Plus the 5 will be the 7. So it has to be 1, 2 there. It's got to be something like this. Because we need the 5 on the left of this line. And so we take the 1 to the right, and the 3 to the left. Can it be any other version of this? I don't know that it can, but I'm not super experienced with the mechanic. But we must have 5 to the left of this line. So we can't do anything like this. I could check progress just to see if my sanity here is correct. Just as we're learning. But let's hold off on that for a minute. So. Oh, okay, here's somewhere I could have started, I guess. This needs 4 above it, and there are only 4 above it. This needs 4 to the right of it, there are only 4 to the right of it. This needs 2 below it, so that's going to be that. This needs 2 to the left. 5. It's going to be this and 1 of these ambiguously. Okay, that's good. That means this is going to need to take, for the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 ambiguously. Obviously, it could go this way to there instead. But if we need 2 south of this line, it can't be that one. So it has to be this, which puts that there. Let's get rid of these lines. We're getting there. I'm hoping this shape that we started with was correct, because if it wasn't, I've got other problems. This needs 2 above. This needs 4 to the right. How are we going to get the 4 to the right of this? Is a fantastic question. It's giving me more doubts about this now, trying to resolve how this might go. At this current juncture, this needs these 4. It would have to be that, right? Because it gets 2 above, 4 below, and it's 3 and 1 to the right. 4, 5, 6. 3 isn't happy. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strip that out. I'm gonna reset so that we can restart with our reframed knowledge of this being 4 that has to take the 4 above and 4 that has to take to the 4 to the right. I think that's a better foundation than my hypothesized solve for over here. So down here, there are 7 tiles here. This needs 2 of them, and this needs 4 of them. So I think these 4... I mean, could it ever be... It can't be that. So it means that these 4 must be part of this. And that's 5. So I think that does work out like this. For a max of 7. Then here, to go 2 below with 3 will be that. 2 above and 3 to the left. 4, 5, 6, 7 gets to... Nope. 5, 6, 7. How can I do this? That's 3 to the right, 2 underneath. Oh, is it going to be... What's the inverse of this? It'd have to be something like that, right? I was thinking about whether I could do this, but the opposite way. Because this is 2, 3, this is 3, 2. But the other guy is in the way. So that's the only way I can see to do that. This picks up 2 on the left here. And 3... We get to that. That's 4 to the right, 3 below, 2 to the left. And then we just have to finish out these guys. 5 to the left of this line is going to look something like that. That gets 3 above, 1 below, and 1 to the right. You can take 2 below. You can take 2 to the left. Hey! I can't remember what I hypothesized this shape to be the first time, but I'm glad I undid that and went back to the solid information we definitely started with. Minimum of 6. So this previous puzzle we looked at was maximums of 7. This is minimums of 6. So that means this is going to have 1 to the left, 1 below. But if we need to find 3 more, I think it has to be that, because we can't add any more past this line or any more past that line. Minimum of 6. 1 above, 1 below, 3 to the left makes 6. This shape can't be left independently, so that has to be the one above. That has to be the one below, I think. Because if we were to come across and do one below, we leave this. One above, one below. 1, 2. This is... no, it's not ambiguous, because we can't go up and we can't go down, so it is just that. Okay. If this were 2 below, 2 to the right, 1 above, makes 6. This is 2 to the right, 1 below. This needs to pick up these 3. 2 to the right and 1 below. And then 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because that gets me to 5. 6, 6, 6. Oh, it's minimums of 6. So something could be a 7. That could do that, maybe. No. There's no way that that... No, that would have to fill the gap. We couldn't leave a 1 and do something like this with 1 more. So 2 to the right, 2 below. Plus... Oh, it's just that. Okay. Cool. Alright. We're getting in gear. 3, 4, 5. That has a line because it has a 0. That has a line because it has a 0. This has to get out. This has to get out. This has to get out. That has to get out. That has to get out. That has to get out. This can now go... That's just going to be 4. Oh. No, it's not. I was counting the cell of itself. This is going to be ambiguous to here. All regions have an area between 4 and 6. One, two... Who's going to have this, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this is 4. This can just pick up anything from either side when it's convenient for it to do so, right? That's 2. That's 4, 5, 6 maybe, but this has to be at least 4. And then this is ambiguous out to there. Don't look too closely at that image. That means that's going there and there to get at least 4. It could go 1 bigger. This needs 2 of the left. How are we doing that? Because it can't be that. Have we ever seen multiple compass roses be part of the same area at the same time and be valid? I don't know. But I have no idea how this guy's getting 2 to the left. Because this would have to get out. But to be between 4 and 6, there's nothing that this guy even remotely seems to be able to work with or accommodate. So that feels tricky. Unless, can I do this? That makes the 2. That would have to get out because we can't leave a 1. That's the 1, that's the 2. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we can't leave that 1 there. Well, can I do this? I like this 5-2 business. Making this 4 work now, though, is not doing so. Oh. I'll do it. Yep, okay. And then this needs to be between 4, and that needs to go like that. I'm so glad I had that little thought about, have we done multiple compasses within a region, allowing that to be a rule. That's a very important thing to keep in mind for future. For all I know, we've done it somewhere along the line that I've forgotten about, but very grateful for that little bit of my brain that had that thought. 2 more to silver the edges. We could probably do that today. A 5, a 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. 3 under here. Okay, we'll do a lot of lines to start if we had the correct tool. Non-boxy. Should have checked that before we got here. So, this has to come out and at least to here to make it not be a box. This can't do that because that leaves a box, so that's going up to there. Oh, no, it's not, because we can't go over. Huh. Okay, then... Let's re-challenge my assumptions here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. This has to get out to not be boxy. This has to take a turn to not be boxy. This has to get out to not be boxy. Can't take that one, so has to take a turn to not be boxy. This, I think, could do something like that to not be boxy. This is going to have to do... it can't do this. Hold on. That can just take up all that space. So you need 2 to not be boxy. You need 2, and you can finish up there. That's a nice one. Love the limits of a boxy, non-boxy mechanic puzzle. A 7. We don't even just look at it just to terrify ourselves. Like a peek behind the curtain of a scary horror movie. Oh, jeez. Okay. What fun. A red 4 down here. Oh, there's some big numbers. Okay, so Solitude. Putting everything in for singles. Honestly, I'm not certain where even to think to start there, so let's carry on with more mundane looking stuff that I think I can deal with. Precision 6 Solitude Compass. So these guys don't have any numbers in, but are helping form the solitude limits of the puzzle. And precision 6. What do we like for an opener here? That's a great question as I rehydrate. Well, there's some things that we know that we can mark off. For a start, this has to get out because it's going to be 6 large. This has to get out because it's going to be 6 large. This guy is going to take 3 of this plus 2 that are not south of this line. And I think the only 2 that it can take... Well, no. I was going to say it could only be this. But I think there's a world where it could do something like that. Except that traps this in. So that is actually no good. Can't go above the line. So I'm coming around on it having to be this plus 3. So it's this plus 3 ambiguous along here. Which means this has to get out. And it needs... It could be that. That'd be viable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a few where it could be viable there, I think. That's going to have a line at the very least. If this needs 2 that are below this line, and it starts out as 1, it's going to need 3, presumably of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of like this kind of region. Because I don't think it's going to hook all the way over and block this in. So it's going to take 2 of these, 1 there, and then 3 of this space. It could be something like this, leaving that to get out there, but then we leave these. So it begins to look like something like, oh, it's, oh no. This needs a region because of solitude. That's really tricky. This can't just be. It needs to be of somebody. Who? That's a great question. I guess, okay, in that case, it's just that. Because you have to get to somebody. Can't be this guy. That's too many. So I think that gives us this, which is nice. I'm happy about that. Who's this going to get to then? It can't be you. It can't be you. Therefore, this is going to have to be taken by that. Which means that's just a 6 on its own. This needs 4. of these 5. But we can't leave this one. So we have to. And we can't leave this one either. So I think that has to be this. Which is going to leave this with 2 below. And with none above, we get to precision 6 exactly there. Which leaves this with exactly 3 to its left. And 1, 2. Needing 4, it's going to be that. This needs 5 above. Who does this tile get, though? That's my big fear right now. That goes to there. It's 6 with 5 above. Who gets this tile? Does it become that instead? So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah! I'm so happy with how my logic is going with these today. And that is 23 of 40 of 66. Gosh, that's a third, basically, of those done. Goodness me. Well, if it wasn't clear before that we could have multiple compasses in a region, it certainly is now. There's nothing else to go on. Which is wild. The 4 here is the biggest number. I'm intrigued by this 3 facing this 1 and this 3 facing this 2. Oh, there's a 6 here, excuse me. Just hiding down there. So it's 6 above the line. My brain wants that to just be a domino. But it could be more akin to that. Can I see what we're doing? Why do you care that there's 0 below you? You might as well be an empty tile. You are just there to make the puzzle look more complete. Because you don't have any piece of information at all. You might as well not exist, right? And the same story is true for you. You just want to look pretty to make it look like there's something in every cell. It's only a difficulty 3 puzzle. So I shouldn't stress too much over this, but it's just finding my start. Just looking for something that gives me a guarantee, you know? Well, here's some things. This 1 can't go to this 3. Because this 3 has to go over, that breaks the 1. So, this 3... Wait, this 3 could come down like that, couldn't it? But you can't go down there. You can't exist. Okay, here's something. These, or at least these, can't be in the same region because they care differently about what's above them. Therefore, that's a line. That's going to be a line. The threes are fine together. Any more of those? Amazingly, it seems like not. This 3 can't connect to this 2 because it's too far away for the 2 to be valid. Gosh, there's got to be something else I'm missing about this, right? What else can I work with here? Like, these 2 can be grouped together and take 2 above them and share that region, but it doesn't help me a great deal. I still want that to be a thing, but okay, if this one could do that, if it doesn't do that, it would go to here. This would need 3 above it while only taking 1 to the left of it. That works. That's a region. That's a region. Right. 1 to the right, 2 to the above. That's a region. Wow. I feel like that was a little bit more vibes than I like. But honestly, I don't know where much more in the realm of logic would start me out on that one. And obviously we got some helpful lines in some of the spots, but that is a tricky one. All right, there's a solid half hour of puzzling for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll probably be back on more compasses next time. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.